be a man up there. I wrote those 7 fucking words on my bathroom mirror in red lipstick and read them every single day for 2 straight months. Dramatic, I know. Sometimes there would be a sickening knot in my stomach when I read them. Other times, there was pain, tears welling up in my eyes, and other times there was pure anger boiling up inside of me, a scream bubbling in my throat. I don't know why I did that to myself. To prove that I was strong enough? As a reminder to keep going? Or maybe a message that deep down I thought it would never get any better. Those words still haunt me. They were uttered casually by a male friend of mine, so I stood up in front of a room filled with my peers, leading them in my final meeting as the co-chair of the organization. When I heard what was said, I broke down in angry and pitiful tears, the weight of a year of feeling inadequate and incompetent coming down on me. From the moment my co-chair and I were elected, we received backlash. Instead of congratulating us, people questioned how 2 women could possibly be the co-chairs of such an organization. It was against tradition. We would be too emotional. It just didn't make sense. I couldn't have been happier and more proud of myself to have been chosen as the leader. I'd forfeited studying abroad for the opportunity, had been preparing for my interview for weeks, and had so many ideas about how to impact the organization for the better. I truly cared about the organization, the people in it. What I didn't know was that the next year would suck dry my self-esteem and confidence like nothing I could have ever imagined. Rather than feeling empowered, I felt weak, self-conscious, and insecure. My co-chair and I began to notice that some of the members of our organization didn't take us seriously and questioned our leadership. Some members stopped showing up to meetings and events. Others showed up only to refrain from any and all participation. And others commented on feeling disenfranchised as white Greek males. I know what you might be thinking. Maybe they were just bad leaders. And that could be true. I think about the what ifs all the time. But deep down, I know we did everything we could, and it still wasn't good enough. As leaders, my co-chair and I couldn't be more different, yet some people still said there was something missing. One member called it the male perspective. When I asked him what he meant, he said, well, you know, if a girl wanted to talk about something unique to girls, like, I don't know, periods, then she could go to you. But if a guy were in a similar situation, then who would they go to? There's no way someone actually said that, right? Oh, it happened. And it was presented as the most logical and rational analysis of the situation. I nodded my head, keeping my composure as he explained himself. But on the inside, I was reeling. You've got to be fucking kidding me! It's hard to explain how all of this makes you feel without experiencing it, but it is the most horrible feeling with no foreseeable cure. I could never make them see me as a leader first instead of a woman. And even if they see me as a leader first, why exactly does that prevent them from seeing me as a leader too? On that night of my final meeting, when those 7 words were uttered, I knew I hadn't been crazy for the past year. Discrimination had been so subtle, and I second-guessed myself all the time, thinking, maybe it was just in my head, even though other people said they saw it too, but hearing those 7 words said out loud didn't make me feel any better. That year trained me. It changed me. I'm not the same person I miss the girl who could confidently make comments and suggestions without overanalyzing and second-guessing herself every time she spoke. I miss the girl who took constructive criticism in stride, wanting to make something better. I miss the girl who didn't get anxious and dejected in a room filled with her friends. I miss that girl a lot. That girl was a great leader.